Alright, there we are. Excuse me for that brief delay there, guys. I'm not sure why it actually wouldn't allow me to stream for a quick moment there, but we have begun our stream here, guys. Hopefully it's working out for you on your end. My name is Impossible. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd love to welcome you for just joining us to the stream, and thank you for joining us if you've been here in previous tournaments. Again, this is our first round between Team True Sight and Multipurpose Gaming. This is round one of tonight's NotSoStock Open Bracket Tournament. We have Rise, Nasus, Yasuo banned out, as well as Soraka, Jackson, Thresh. First pick was that Leona, followed up by the Braum pick with the Lucian in that bottom lane, and then Vi for the jungle, and the third pick here is looking like it's going to be the top laner on the team of Team True Sight. I'll go ahead and post that bracket in the chat for you guys so you can follow along at your leisure. Again, thank you for joining us, and if you haven't pressed that follow button yet, please do so. Looks like that Renekton does get locked in with Teleport. We haven't seen Teleport in the top for a while. Got a couple of picks hovered over here on the side of Multipurpose Gaming. We have not seen a zillion in competitive play here at NotSoStock yet, but we won't rule out anything. 20 more seconds for these two picks on the side of Multipurpose Gaming. Alright, the Xin Zhao for the jungle is locked in. He's got a little bit faster clear times earlier on than Vi. A little bit, much more sustain, I should say. But his level 6 is not quite as stellar as the Vi. Looks like we have Gragas locked in. That could be a mid lane. Or, I'm going to go ahead and say that it is a mid lane Gragas. I actually haven't seen one of those in a while now, that since his entire rework has turned him in more to a utility. A marksman, the final pick here for the side of True Sight. $12 more seconds to lock in that pick. Vayne the Vival, however, and it is actually locked in. Interesting. Looks like it's going to be the Lucian Braum against the Vayne Leona in that bottom lane. Leona can do a lot to start engagements, but I don't know how much she can keep people off of Vayne. Hopefully there's enough dive potential in the late game team fights between Renekton and Vi to actually be enough of a distraction to the backline that Vayne and Leona can work as a duo through the front lines. The last pick here going to be the mid laner on the side of Multipurpose Gaming. Looks like that Orianna will be indeed locked in. With 50 seconds remaining just to switch around summoners onto their correct champions, as well as checking up on those runes and masteries. Choosing your skins. Summoners getting ready to play again the first round this evening between True Sight Gaming and Multipurpose. Again, all of our tournaments are held in the same fashion. These are single elimination, no losers bracket, best of ones. The winner of this matchup moves on to take on the Master Builders in round 2, or as I would like to call them, the quarterfinals of tonight's open bracket tournament here on NotSoStockGaming. Alrighty, we just got about 2.5 minutes remaining on that stream delay for you guys. As soon as that's completed, we'll be loading here onto Summoner's Rift for our first round game here on the stream of NotSoStockGaming's Open Bracket Tournament. Again, this is Team TrueSight versus Multipurpose Gaming. The winner of this matchup moves on to take on the Master Builders in the quarterfinals of tonight's tournament. The top 4 finishing teams of any of our tiered tournaments are guaranteed an RP reward of at least 800 RP or more, with the winners winning the grand prize of each individual member of the Fives team being awarded 3,200 RP apiece, as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. Again, just a minute and a half remaining. In the meantime, guys, I'd love it if you would head on over to NotSoStock.ca and check out a couple of our features on there just for you guys in the esports community. We have our Team Finder feature if you're looking to get involved in our community, as well as involved in our tournaments, but you don't quite have a team and you're looking for one. You can use that Team Finder feature, again, on our website, NotSoStock.ca. That Team Finder feature works in both directions, by the way. If you're a solo member looking for a team, you can input your information and hope to be picked up by a team. Or if you're looking to build a team, or your team is just missing a couple members or so, you can use that in the reverse process, using it as an awesome resource to contact individuals that might be interested in joining up with you and your friends. Again, you can sign up for all of our tournaments upcoming throughout the remainder of this month and beyond. We have a tournament for every tier for each night of the week, with special events on the weekends. Again, this is Friday evening here at NotSoStock, which means it's open bracket. You don't even have to be level 30 to get 5 people together and make a team and compete for your chance at free RP here at NotSoStockGaming's Open Bracket Tournament. Also on our website, if you're interested in upping your game as a solo player, or if your ranked 5s teams needs a little bit of direction, you can hire one of our high elo coaches. That service is available through our website, again, NotSoStock.ca. Alright, now as the spectator delay actually has finished up, we'll be getting onto Summoner's Rift here, guys, in just a moment, for again, our round 1 game between Team TrueSight and Multipurpose Gaming. This is round 1 here on NotSoStockGaming's Open Bracket Tournament. Alrighty, we are loading here onto Summoner's Rift. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been with us for a while, we want to thank you so much for joining us. If you have yet to hit that follow button at the bottom of the stream, please do so. We'd love to have you join us for all of our different tournaments throughout the weeks, as a spectator, as a participant. Everything works for us. We love to build our community and help you guys have an awesome, entertaining experience here on our channel. Hit that follow button to get an email anytime we come online. Again, this is round 1 this evening between Team TrueSight and Multipurpose Gaming. The winner of this matchup moves on to our quarterfinals. And all of our different rounds are best of ones, no losers bracket, single elimination. The top 4 teams are guaranteed an RP reward, with the winners being rewarded 3,200 RP apiece for each of their 5 participating members, as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. It'll be an interesting matchup to see here in these two teams. I have not casted either of these teams yet, so I'm excited to do so for you guys. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'm Impossible, and I love shoutcasting for you guys. Thanks for joining us, and I hope I can do my best to make this an enjoyable experience for all of you. Looks like everybody has loaded to 100% and will be on the rift shortly here. Again, on blue side, this is Team True Sight. On purple team, it is Multipurpose Gaming, and here we are on Summoner's Rift. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Impossible, and I'd love to welcome to the stream all of you who are just joining us, and tell all of you that have been here for a while that I do appreciate you joining us. Top lane Lee Sin once again. That means that it's Jungle Xin Zhao on the side of Multipurpose Gaming, Orianna in the mid, and that Lucian Braum bottom lane. First Braum here we've ever had in NotSoStockGaming's any of our tournaments so far, so it'll be interesting to see that play. Good luck, have fun coming out from each of these teams in the all chat. Again, in patch 4.7 you can actually ward after the 30-second mark. The Scar ward fails to get in the brush, but it will actually see Vayne. The Santa Gragas. Again, Gragas, since his new changes, I haven't seen many in the mid lane. He's much more of a utility champion now, with a lot of slows, knockups, and displacements in his kit, but his AP ratios have been significantly reduced. Dragon Slayer Braum. Awesome skin there. Looks like we're going to have topside jungle starts for each of these guys, unless Vi decides otherwise. She has started on her way over to the red buff. Looks like Xin Zhao will be starting his red as well. This will mean the junglers, if indeed Vi does start her red, it'll mean the junglers are on opposite sides of the map when they hit level 3 with double buffs, around that 3.5 to 4 minute mark. Decent leash for that Vi. Again, she doesn't have quite the sustain that Xin Zhao does. As you can see, he's still relatively healthy with only a single man leash. Again, down here in this bottom lane, it'll be interesting because the Leona pick is really good at starting fights, but that doesn't mean that you always want to start a fight if you have a Vayne. She does have lower attack range than pretty much any other marksman, and will need a little bit more attack speed and or lifesteal to sustain and deal her damage. Decent trade there for blue team here. It looks like Leona's taking a little bit of harass because she started with her green ward, so she doesn't actually have any consumables, and she won't regen as much as she would like without using the charges of her relic shield. Looks like level 2's come out for everybody except for Leona here in this bottom lane. She'll need one more creep to hit that. Again, as you can see, the junglers are on opposite sides of the map, just finishing up their second buffs. Vi now has completed hers and is pinging the top lane, whereas Xin Zhao just got his blue. We'll be looking to finish and clear that out before ganking the lane. Vi is here. She does have Vault Breaker available. Starts to charge it up. Lee Sin is in the brush. Doesn't actually land the knockup, but a little bit of red buff slow. But, oh, wow. Just as we left bottom lane. Wow, exhaust goes down onto Vayne, and she loses vision control of Lucian. Great plays, probably by the Braum there, securing a double kill with still a decent amount of HP to remain in lane for this Lucian. And again, because Vi is topside, there's not much she can do to help out. And that'll increase, that'll be a massive gold increase for this Lucian here. He's got 10 CS over Vayne as minions are dying to her tower, plus 2 kills. Looks like he picks up an early Vamp Scepter, or Sheen, actually. Looks like he's going for the Triforce Rush. Interesting choice, but seems to be working out for him so far. Whereas Vayne only had the money to pick up boots. Up here in this top lane, looks like Lee Sin's winning his own little battle. Flash Ignite, as well as Steel Tempest. Great solo kill in that top lane. Orianna in the mid lane, trying to shove out and use her ball placement as her zoning tools. She's running relatively low on mana, though, from all those movements. A couple auto attacks will do a lot, though, because of her passive. She seems to be in control of this lane, also with a 10 10 CS gold lead, much like the bottom lane. Although Vayne has been catching up in Lucian's absence. Again, nice poke and harass using the ball for zone and control. Looks like junglers are both here mid. Neither one of them have seen one another. As Vi decides, Nice word out to see where Vi will be. Again, nice harass by this Orianna, but now she's completely out of mana. Alright, back down here in this bottom lane. It's interesting to see that the Leona and Vi are actually shoving against Braum and Leona. Nice shield from Braum, actually stopped the condemn. And he gets right on top of Vayne. Well played on that part. One more tick of Silver Bolts will deal true damage to Braum, but they don't feel safe enough to actually get there. There's vision control by both teams in all of the brushes down here. A nice tumble actually dodges out against Winter's Bite. Vayne again trying to last hit to keep up with Lucian, but he's up about 15 CS at the moment, with everything else equal. Winter's Bite actually does connect onto Leona, but she's quite tanky with full HP. There's wards in the river that will show that Xin Zhao is bottom side. Vi is on her way, but she would be too late if a fight did break out at the moment. Looks like Xin Zhao will back off, knowing by enemy movements that this has been warded against. Winter's Bite does connect onto Vayne here, but 3 ticks of the Silver Bolts will actually deal a little bit of true damage. Winter's Bite hits Leona as well. Almost 4 stacks of the concussive stacks. It looks like they won't be able to complete. Again in this top lane, Lee Sin's in full control with an early Brutalizer to just the Doran's and now Cloth Armor and Ruby Crystal. Looks like Renekton just needs a little bit of something to keep himself healthy in the top lane. Teleport used to return to lane to try and get a few minions in his pockets. But it's 56 to now 21 in the top lane, with a kill on top of it. That's just so much of a gold lead. In the mid lane as well, Orianna's up about 20 CS in her matchup, with Lucian being up 25 in the bottom lane. Dominus is available for Renekton, so a dive is unlikely. Another kill secured in that bottom lane as Leona was alone underneath the tower. Looks like Braum did use Glacial Fissure, his ultimate there, to secure the kill. Vi's off in the wings with red buff, but she's already pretty low. Vault Breaker does connect, but a culling to the face will actually almost take down Vi. Just one more tick would have done it. The flash out from Braum to get away, out of vision, actually save him from the last tick of Silver Bolts. Lucian's out of mana though, no more chase potential, especially because as the last minion goes down, there's no way to dive the turret without starting to tank the tower. Now that Leona's here, she's only level 4, but she could try something with Flash. Zenith Blade is off cooldown. Exactly what I was thinking would happen does. The Condemn connects. But, looks like Vayne's really low HP. One double shot will do it. One more auto. The stun. Oh, great tumble in for it. That's a great job there by both of these bottom lane summoners. Lifesteal getting a double kill for his troubles. Great plays by Leona to peel as well as engage. Orianna gets her first solo kill in that mid lane. Explosive Cask not used to save Gragas. He did not have Flash or Exhaust at that time. Vault Breaker does connect, as well as the red buff slow. Orianna does have her shield in just a second. Uses Summoner Heal to try and save herself. And the shield doesn't actually make it back to her in time. So close as Best Aurelia NA Takes a lot of damage from the tower. Might have been able to actually go 1 for 1 had the shield actually returned. Get back here in this top lane. Look at that gold lead just slowly, but definitely surely and steadily going in favor of that Lee Sin. He's bullying out this Renekton over and over and over again. Look at that. Nominus not even available. Should Lee Sin think about diving with Dragon's Rage and Flash. Up by 58 CS here in this top lane. It's almost unsurmountable here without help. And speaking of help, here comes Gragas. Dominus has been popped to try and do something. Explosive Cack actually puts Lee Sin underneath the tower. He'll pay for his life. It's a decent trade in the favor of blue team here, as it is a 1 for 1, but there's an assist pool on the side between Gragas and Renekton. But with the mid laner being away, looks like red team will say that's a go-ahead for us to start up the dragon. They're relatively low though, but again, Vi is far away, so is Vayne. There's not much contest here for the dragon. Looks like that'll be first dragon of the game, going over to Multipurpose Gaming. 11 minutes in, they're up 4,000 in gold, up 3 kills and a dragon. Towers haven't fallen until now. This will be the first stone of the game. Solar Flare does connect onto 2, but Leona was already really low from taking poke damage under the turret. Can Vayne actually 1v2? Looks like she won't have to, as Vayne gets jungle help from this Vi. Loses vision. Concussive Stacks actually stuns up Vi, and Vayne was chasing, and Lucian was able to turn that around for an extra kill. If he hadn't used Flash earlier, I'm sure he would have gone for another kill onto the Vi. So if you've never seen Concussive Stacks actually pay off, that was definitely it. Right there in the bottom lane, securing a kill as well as saving Brahm's life. Again, just a 1v1 solo kill up in that top lane, diving the tower without summoner spells, using Ignite to secure that one as well, but with no escape routes, just punishing this top lane, up 62 CS in that top lane. Looks like Xinjiao and Orianna will do a great job diving that mid lane. And just farming up this mid lane, a little bit of tax, mostly trying to freeze. As Vi shows up, looking to land Vaultbreaker, but decides to back off. We've got Bloodthirster on top of Sheen and Boots completed in that bottom lane versus just the Bilgewater Cutlass, Dagger, and Boots on top of the Dorans for that Vayne. Braum has completed Sightstone and the full face of the mountain on top of his Boots with the Sweeper Trinket. Interesting choice by Forsaken Summons here on that Leona to not go for the sweeping trinket, the red trinket, when changing to Sightstone. Tip from me as a support main in higher elo, I would say you always want to change to the sweeping lens when you get a Sightstone in your inventory. There's no point in having extra wards when you have a Sightstone. It's just like buying green wards when you have a Sightstone. It's really a waste. Xinjiao decides that he won't be there, as he was spotted out by the Tri-Rush ward that just timed out. Sheen on top of Sorcerer's Shoes completed for Gragas here. I'm not quite sure what he's building that into. Really, the utility Gragas would probably build that into either... I don't want to say Triforce because it's a terrible build, but the Frozen Gauntlet is probably your best bet. Great gank from the Vi, actually takes out Lucian. Nice flash over the wall, actually gets him. Oh, the failed flash by the Leona makes her just run right into the wall. A little bit of a gank here. Braum here lands Winter's Bite. A nice shockwave pulls Gragas back in as he started to turn away. They're onto Leona as well. There is a red buff available to slow somebody, but look like they'll back off. They don't want to dive 2 towers deep. Again in this top lane, Lee Sin just doing work. He's way too far ahead. He's up by like 70 CS as well as 3 kills. So turret falls in the top lane as well as the support falling near mid lane. Looks like 4-2 in this mid lane will mean another tower going over in favor of multi-purpose gaming. They might even think about taking a second turret as Vi backs off to grab blue buff. They do have a cannon wave here, so if any wave would be the one to start it, this would be the one. An awesome different attack animation when Braum attacks a turret, as he uses his shield to attack it. He uses Face of the Mountain on himself to keep himself healthy and safe. Nice dodge with the Relentless Pursuit to dodge out the Q from Gragas. Recalls coming out as they just picked up a lot of global gold. As Lee Sin's just huge and gets around the back to actually take out a solo kill. And the blue buff transfer complete onto that Lee Sin. Vi falling in her own jungle. It's always frustrating as a jungle when you don't feel like you're safe in your own home. But the massive 10 kill gold lead, 4 turrets, and a dragon means the 10,000 gold lead only 16 minutes in. Your jungle's probably not under your control anyway. Speaking of dragons, in about 40 seconds, we'll have the second dragon of the game spawning up for the taking. I do believe that MPG would have that timer ready for themselves since they took the last one, and they have so much ward coverage in that area. Orianna shoving up the mid for that opportunity again, only 20 seconds before that dragon spawns. Orianna has completed Athene's plus a needlessly large rod, up 50 CS or so over her mid lane matchup. Just massive global gold, kills, and CS, all in favor of multi-purpose gaming here. Up their lead over True Sight. Level 11 for Orianna. That means she has rank 2 Shockwave that could deal a lot of damage with that needlessly large rod in her inventory as well. Looks like they're going for this top lane, knowing that Renekton is so far behind already. Renekton's somehow been able to stay up in levels, being level 10, but versus Lee Sin, he's 3 levels behind. I don't know if they really should look for a fight here. Shockwave lands onto 2, puts so much down. The Culling trying to take one more. Zenith Blade into the stun on top of Solar Flare, exhaust down onto Lucian so that he can't really turn quite as well. But Braum just dives the turret. 2 dives in a row with no backup means Xin Zhao's down there taking the dragon, but that's 2 kills for a dragon without getting this turret. That's not going to be a good trade. If they can secure this turret and get away safely, then it would be technically a positive trade for red team here, MPG. They get the dragon, a turret, and 1 kill in favor, in exchange for 2 kills. Okay, 2 kills. So 2 for 2. They end up being up a dragon and a tower in that overall trade. Ends up being nice. Unfortunately, the face check there from Leona. But I'm not quite sure what Gragas was thinking. Summoner heal used to get the speed buff for Lucian. Assault and Battery not available. Vault Breaker misses. Renekton's here around the side, though, because he teleported behind. Condemned into the wall, and the last tick of Silver Bolts will help for that last hit onto that Lucian. 9-3-1 on that Lucian, though. He's going to have a decent amount of gold in his inventory to buy. He completes Triforce from just the Sheen. So he was sitting on a decent amount of gold there. Also purchases the Furor enchantment on that on his Berserker's Greaves for a little bit more mobility in team fights, as well as chase potential. It's almost like I mean, on top of his W spell, the movement speed from that, as well as the Rage passive from Triforce, he's going to have a lot of mobility, chasing people down and kiting them in team fights. Lee Sin decides, I'm done with top lane, how about bottom now? As he comes down here, he's in the middle of a lot of people though. Braum will get spotted out, but nice Winter's Bite actually lands the slow onto Gragas. The last stack of concussive stacks would land a stun for a moment, but doesn't actually end up. Winter's Bite lands onto Leona to slow her, entering that lane as well. Looks like they'll back up. Okay, Lucian comes around, gets a little bit of harass down onto Leona. She gets in a choke point, forced to flash over the wall as the knockup had been queued up. Condemned into the wall is that Lucian, but stand behind me used by Braum to keep Lucian safe. Nice auto attacks go down onto this turret. That's going to be the 6th turret in favor of Multipurpose Gaming. They're up 2 dragons as well as 11 kills and 6 turrets. Also, every single matchup except for the jungle is up in CS, including Braum. Not just up, I mean really far ahead. So much damage. The culling deal so much damage. Okay, Solar Flare locks down a couple people while they're tanking the tower, but looks like they just have so much damage. Everybody's up almost a completed item over there. Other members. Concussive Stacks lands the actual stun onto Vi when she leaves the platform, and that means everybody can collapse and get the kill. Dominus pop by Renekton, but Concussive Stacks stuns him up. The Zenith Blade into the stun to get a lockdown onto Lucian, but now that he's not locked down anymore, he's going to just deal so much damage. They slow him, stun him, and knock him up to keep him off the actual platform. That's a double kill for Xin Zhao. Condemn used to keep Braum off of her face. But even on your turret, ma'am, you're going down. Okay, Lucian almost gets away with Safeguard from the laser of the obelisk, but there's a lot of damage on that team. That'll be the Nexus falling in favor of Multipurpose Gaming. It was a well-played match. I mean, valiant effort there by True Sight, but it would appear as though Multipurpose Gaming will come out ahead. Thanks for joining us so far, guys. Again, we'll be moving on with Multipurpose Team to watch their matchup against Master Builders. For the quarterfinal matchup here on NotSoStock's amateur tier tournaments. This is the quarterfinal matchup coming up for tonight's any tier tournament. I may switch over to join up TSG's game if they're ready to go much sooner. Apologize about the stream. Took a second to change scenes there. And we're just waiting for round 1 reports to come in so that we can build up that bracket for the quarterfinals. We have ZFG taking on Pony Dragons, the Bumbleclods taking on Binary Solo, Alaskan Bullworms taking on Herndon Ham Sandwiches, and then we just watched the matchup between Team True Sight and Multipurpose Gaming. And then Team Uggish and Gabit Gaming are taking on each other to see who will move on to the quarterfinals here against TSG. Orbit Fire is waiting for the matchup between Binary Solo and Bumbleclods. And then we can already... Oh, you can check out the bracket. If you don't have the link, I have it readily available for you guys. in that chat. In the meantime, guys, I'd love for you to head on over to our website, check it out at NotSoStock.ca. You can click just the picture at the bottom of the stream here to head over to that website. Check out a couple awesome features we have available for you. We have the Team Finder feature if you're looking to get involved, build a second team, a third team, or your first team ever. And join us for our tournaments for your shot at some free RP. We also have high elo coaching available if you're a solo player looking to up your game, or even if you're just a ranked 5s team that needs a little bit of direction. Either one of those means that we have a high elo coach ready and waiting for you to join us. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter. You can follow us on both of those social media mediums as well. Also, if you'd like to follow our stream, we would love that so that you can join us for each of our tournaments throughout the week. Again, my name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting for you all of the different tournaments throughout the week. Again, we have a tournament for every single tier, so don't hesitate to log on to our website at NotSoStock.ca and sign up for any of our tournaments. We have a bronze tournament, silver tournament, gold tournament, platinum tournament, as well as our diamond tournament on Thursday evenings with tonight, Friday evenings, every single week. We've got open tier, open bracket, awesome tournament for anybody who wants to get involved. You don't even have to be level 30 to get you and 4 other friends, make a 5s team and join us. You don't have to be ranked, you don't have to do anything. Just have 5 people that love League of Legends just as much as you and want to get their shot at some free RP. Again, you can sign up on our website at NotSoStock.ca. For our upcoming tournaments, you can check out the schedule as well if you're looking to see when you can join us for what. That's available on our website. You can also like us on our Facebook page, get in touch with us that way. Follow us on Twitter for updates on when we will have what events, if you want some live updates through your social media. Also, if you really do enjoy what we've been doing for you, we're trying to expand our services for you guys as much as possible, and if you want to support that, you can donate to us through that PayPal link at the bottom of the stream. Following us really makes a difference as well, so if you haven't hit that follow button yet, please do so. Again, my name is Impossible. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd love to welcome you to the stream if you're just joining us. And thank you for being with us if you've been here for a little bit. We are waiting for first round reports and wins to be reported to us so that we can get underway shortly for our quarterfinal matchup between TSG and the winner of the matchup between Team Uggish and Gabic Gaming. So we had a couple wins reported. Of course, we saw the match between Team TrueSight and Multipurpose Team here on the stream, the victory for MPT. They'll be moving on against the Master Builders, the LEGO Master Builders, for their quarterfinal matchup. Looks like Alaskan Bullworms were victorious over Herd and Ham Sandwiches, and we're still waiting on the winners between Binary Solo and Bumble Claws to take on Orbit Gaming Fire. And then the winners of Team Uggish and Gabic Gaming, as I said, will take on TSG here on the stream. Hey there, Shaban127. Thanks for joining us here on the stream. I'd love it if you specifically would hit that follow button, bud. Again, in the meantime, while we're waiting here, guys, I would love it if you guys would hit that follow button and head on over to our website, NotSoStock.ca. Even if you have been there a few times before, you can see the updates that we've had in a while. We also have an announcement of some rule changes that are tentative at the moment, but will take place up to the 23rd. There's a small announcement about that on our website that you can check out. Again, NotSoStock.ca. I've already mentioned a couple different features you can use through our website as well, the Team Finder and High Elo Coaching. We'd love for you to check both of those out as well on our website. We also encourage you to tell your friends that you'd like them to make a team so you can compete against your friends here on stream in these tournaments for their chance at some free RP. Let them know the triumphant rise is on the table for the winner of each of the different tiered tournaments. You don't have to be all diamond to win these things. You can play in the bronze, you can play in the silver, you can play in the gold and the platinum and the open brackets if you so choose. We even have some ARAM tournaments for special events on the weekends. So, you know, if you follow us here on the Twitch stream and you bookmark our website for you and you check out that schedule consistently, you'll find out where you can get your chance at some awesome RP rewards as well as that Triumphant Rise skin. In just a few moments, guys, we'll get the final reports of wins, of those round 1 wins, so that we can figure out our quarterfinal matchups here for NotSoStockGaming's open bracket tournament this evening. Again, we'll be underway shortly here, guys. If you are checking out that bracket and you didn't just get that update in the Twitch chat due to a bracketing error, we did have a slight adjustment to what you would see on the brackets. Team Pony Dragons was playing Team ZFG in a round 1 match due to an error on our end. Again, just a bracket mix-up. The winner of that match will take on our first round winners, the Alaskan Bullworms, for that semifinal. So though the bracket shows Team Pony Dragons, they will have to be victorious over ZFG for that win. Alrighty, as soon as champion select is completed for these guys, which was now, then we'll be able to get into the spectated delay champion select here. Alrighty guys, here we go. This is LEGO Master Builders versus Multi-Purpose Gaming. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semifinals here on NotSoStockGaming's Open Tier Tournament. Looks like I can't actually see the bans, which is unfortunate because I would like to see what was banned out against these two teams, because a lot of hotly contested picks are in this game. We've got Yasuo, we've got Vi, we've got Morgana, we've got Lucian, we've got Xin Zhao. Like, these are a lot of bans that I normally see. So it looks like the bottom lane is going to be the Lucian and Karma. A lot of burst damage on the front end. So an interesting lane there. Karma's a really strong lane bully. And she has a lot of magic damage early, which could potentially actually break the black shield of support Morgana on the side of Multi-Purpose Gaming. Looks like we have a mid lane Nidalee against Syndra, although there's Summoner Heal for the Nidalee versus Ignite on the Syndra. If you guys remember watching last night, we had a Syndra that basically every time she pressed R got a kill, so we'll see if that is the case for Benioka here on his Syndra pick in the mid lane against Nidalee. It's interesting when you see a Nidalee with Summoner Heal, because Primal Surge, once you have a little bit of AP, can heal you for much, much more than Summoner Heal ever could later in the game. But and normally early on, if you want to get ahead, you want something to secure your kills. But we'll see how that works out for Nidalee. There's 3 Summoner Heals on the side of Multi-Purpose Gaming versus just the 1 on the side of LEGO Master Builders. Top lane Jarvan as well. Haven't seen that in a long time, let alone here on our tournament stream. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Yasuo in top lane. Interesting. This could actually be a AD Nidalee in the top lane. We'll see how that turns out, what they actually choose. There's the possibility of lane swaps for those guys. Another Vayne, though, for a matchup including Multi-Purpose, but it's interesting that Multi-Purpose goes for it now instead of the Lucian. I mean, Lucian was picked against them, so they didn't have that available to them. That doesn't mean that it wasn't a strong pick and that there weren't other... Well, I didn't get to see the bans, so I can't actually speak to the effect of what marksmen were available for the choosing. And we're loading onto Summoner's Rift here, guys. Again, if you want to check out that bracket, I'll post it in the chat in just a second. There you go. For all of you out there who want to follow along, there's that bracket. You can see it. It gets updated live. So as we get reported wins, then we update it for you. This is the quarterfinal round 2 match between Master Builders, the LEGO Master Builders, as well as Multi-Purpose Gaming Multics here versus LEGO MB. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semifinals here on NotSoStockGaming's Open Bracket Tournament. You can get involved if you'd like to. We always have more slots available for you guys to come and join us, as long as you sign up and check in on time. You can check out our website at NotSoStock.ca, and that'll give you all the information you will need for creating a team using our Team Finder feature, or adding members as you choose, as well as information on how to sign up for each of our different tiered tournaments. We have a tournament for each different tier, bronze up through diamond, as well as the open brackets here on Friday evenings and special events on the weekends. Again, on behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd love to welcome you here to the stream if you're just joining us. My name is Impossible, and I'll be shoutcasting for you all of these different tournament games up until and including the finals. Again, just a reminder to all of you who are here on the stream, if you would hit that follow button for us, that would do a lot for us here at NotSoStock. Moving around these champions here in the scoreboard.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Early level 1s here. This is patch 4.7, which means trinkets are available 30 seconds into the match. You can already see a decent number of trinkets placed in the river and beyond for the side of LEGO Master Builders. Into the side of LEGO Master Builders, excuse me. Again, this is our quarterfinal matchup between LEGO Master Builders on blue side and Multipurpose Gaming on red. The winner of this matchup moves on to the semifinals here on NotSoStockGaming's open bracket tiered tournament. Nice Q lands onto Morgana, getting $5 money in the bank for this Karma here. Spell Thief's Edge doing a little bit for her there. Which means a gold lead, ladies and gentlemen, a gold lead already in favor of LEGO Master Builders. GG, well played. First scratch. Looks like red buff starts again. Much like the last game that we saw here on the stream, we're going to have junglers each starting on their red buff, which means they'll be on opposite ends of the map come level 3. Looks like Lucian was in experience range of that first minion death, but Karma was not, which means after this first wave and then the next 3 melee minions die, then Lucian will hit level 2, but we'll need an extra melee creep worth of experience for Karma to hit it. Interesting choice by that Karma there to go for some early aggression. She took a lot of hits, but put some pain down onto their members as well, forcing consumables out of each of the supports. As Lucian just tries to last hit again. As these first melee minions spawn, fall in the mid lane, or bottom lane, then that'll be level 2 here for red team. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Lucian. There are Silver Bolts available for Vayne. That's a lot of damage. She got a full rotation of Silver Bolts off onto each of those bottom lane champions. That's a lot of pain that goes down, forcing consumables, the last consumables out from both of these guys. They've got potions in the inventory of both Vayne and Morgana, which means they are in full control of this lane. Dark Binding doesn't quite connect. A great shield to speed up Kievo on that Lucian in the bottom lane here. It looks like Xin Zhao has snuck into the top lane. He started his recall, but is likely to stay. Demacian Standard actually procs the shield of Small Gift Big Box's Yasuo here in the top lane. Xin Zhao now is here, still has not been seen. As a new minion wave approaches, Jarvan looks to ward out the river to make sure there's no counter gank available. Ward goes down into Tribush, which means he'll think that he's safe. Xin Zhao's here again with red buff and level 3. Level 4s for each of these top laners. The knockup does actually connect. Forces the flash out of Yasuo. That'll be a flash for the next 5 minutes on cooldown, which means Xin Zhao's sure to return. Vi has a different idea in the mid lane though, forcing the flash of Banyoka on that Syndra. Again, Syndra's not very mobile, and if she doesn't have flash for level 6 against Nidalee, Nidalee will have that Cougar form and the mobility to maybe make something happen against her. Back down in this bottom lane though, Lucian's slightly keeping, as close as he can from being behind as far as he was. Still within 6 or 7 CS. As long as he secures that cannon creep, he does. Level 3s for this entire bottom lane. Level 4 will come soon. There's level 4 for Vayne. Probably one more creep for Morgana will be level 4 as well. Great tumble to actually avoid all that AoE magic damage. Level 4 now for Morgana and Lucian. And there's a level 4 across the board here for the bottom lane. I have Vise up here to the top lane as J4 does have flash. Nice flag toss combo to actually get out of trouble. Instead of getting knocked up by a Vault Breaker, uses his combo to knock up Vi. Asaki indeed. Level 5s for each of these top laners. But Yasuo takes a lot of damage from Jarvan's passive. Dashing around to stack up his shield. Alright, Xin Zhao is down in this bottom lane. There is a ward in the brush that will see him should he come any closer. Dark Binding does connect, but here comes Xin Zhao from the back. Condemned into the wall is 0 steps on that Karma. The Black Shield will make sure that there's no chase potential. Xin Zhao gets in there as the ward must have just timed out. Doesn't actually land the knockup from a great Dark Binding using the last of the mana from Morgana. But now there's really low health bars as Vi enters the lane. First blood happens in a 1v1 in the mid lane. Looks like Syndra hit level 6 and used Ignite to secure that. And great plays, microing the damage to make sure none of these blue members fall, but they secure a kill onto Vayne, who did try to use both of her summoner spells to survive. That recall is so disturbing to me. I just don't know why. It sounds like something else. Back here in this top lane, still kind of a noodle fight. There's a little bit of a CS lead for this Jarvan as he's been having favorable damage trades. But level 6 is available for Yasuo, but not quite Jarvan yet. Okay, he does have Cataclysm now. And a decent minion wave. Locks him down. He's underneath the turret, though. Will he get knocked up underneath the turret? Gets knocked up, but it looks like because Ignite is ticking, Yasuo won't actually fall. Uses nice potions to actually survive, but there's a huge minion wave. But Nidalee is coming around the back. This should be a kill for Nidalee if she plays this correctly. Jarvan does have flash. Wow, great spear in the middle of a minion wave. Cougar from available. Gets Prowl. And well played. That's Nidalee. Maybe the flash wasn't necessary, but she secures the kill nonetheless. 2-1 in kills, with no turrets falling quite yet on either side. That'll be a small 600 gold lead in favor of LEGO Master Builders. Nidalee returns to mid lane to start last hitting underneath the turret. Doing well at that, I might admit. Lucian up a kill, Syndra up a kill, but looks like the Master Builders are down a kill in that top lane. Nice Dark Binding lands onto Karma. She uses a shield to try and avoid a little bit of the front end poke. Nice Dark Bindings. Wow, these are really on point. The root connects onto Vayne to try and stem some aggression. Does its job, but doesn't actually finish up the tether. Lucian still relatively behind in CS, but up a kill, which is worth about 20 to 30 gold depending on the time of the game. So at this point, he's basically had the same amount of gold, but he's purchased at more optimal times, hence the BF sword to Vamp Scepter boots. Interesting choice there. Messing up the combo. Okay, it has a Q come off cooldown before Mantra wears off. Alright, Yasuo's in this top lane, level 7 to level 7. Yasuo didn't actually get an assist. The assist pool timed out when Nidalee secured that kill. Vi is here with red buff, doesn't land Vault Breaker. Great flag toss combo again to avoid being ganked. There's a ward here that will see her if she decides to stay. The knockup, Hasayo. A little bit of damage to each of these guys. Flag toss combo doesn't actually land the knockup, and a nice crit onto Jarvan is a lot of damage. The Avarice Braid helping him out there. Nice knockup. Oh, it actually doesn't quite connect. Yasuo shoves in a double turret. Alright, down in this bottom lane, Xin Zhao probably didn't sneak in without getting seen because there is a red ward there. Vi might think about coming down for a counter gank. Yes, he has been pinged down. Dark Binding connects onto him blind. What a great shot nonetheless. Vi is coming down, but again, wards will spot out junglers as they come down to this bottom lane. Xin Zhao is recalling on top of ward as I speak. Vault Breaker will not actually land. She does have red buff. Assault and Battery is available for the use, and will they use it? Looks like she holds onto it for a second. A little bit greedy as the red buff will actually not tick enough. Trinkets going down to secure vision into that second brush. Dark Binding not quite connecting. Karma a little greedy to stay here. While the pool almost takes her down. Down to about 12 HP before regening back up a little bit. That was a little bit greedy to stay there, young lady. As Xin Zhao starts up the dragon. Interesting choice to start up the dragon. I guess they did assume that Vi would be recalling, and they do have a decent health pool as the mid laner goes down to the hands of Syndra's unleashed power. Syndra seem to be doing well in our tournaments so far, using Ignite comboed with Unleashed Power to secure kill after kill. She's up 2-0 in the mid lane, and those are solo kills with no jungle help. Again, as you saw, Xin Zhao was already just clearing out the dragon, and his mid laner secured the kill on her own. Nidalee still farming well, though, up in CS, but down in total gold. Again, that'll be the first dragon of the game, falling 11.5 minutes in to LEGO Master Builders on blue side. Again, if you're just joining us, guys, I'd love to welcome you here to NotSoStockGaming's tournament stream. If you want to join us for all of our tournaments throughout the week, you can log on to NotSoStock.ca as well as follow this stream. NotSoStock.ca has the tournament schedule for all of our upcoming events. Nice stun lands on to Nidalee. Great Mantra Q actually lands a bunch of slow as well. The tether wears off as Nidalee digresses underneath the turret to protect herself from being rooted. Blue buff on a Nidalee, though, basically translate into free HP, with Primal Surge being on a really, really low cooldown, as well as just the Athenes for maximum CDR. Vi joins here in the mid lane. Looks like they're looking to shove it up. Vi actually won't touch the minions at all, as she just looks to be farming her race. Okay, down back here in the bottom lane, Karma comes around the edge. That's a choke point available for Condemn, which is probably what they're thinking, but a great Mantra Q has good zoning potential. Elastic of Silver Bolts takes a little bit damage off of the health bar of Karma, not landing much more in return to the Vayne Morgana lane. These Dark Bindings, though, are just landing one after another. I mean, if you see a Morgana with great aim, you want to stand directly behind your minions at all times, wherever safe. Look, that's 2 in a row that land right onto him. Soul Shackles comboed as well. He uses Relentless Pursuit to actually get out of that, but gets killed while casting the culling. Not enough to actually save her. 1 hit to life steal through the minion tank, but really, really good job. Double kill for this Vayne. That Night Stalker passive did a lot for her, actually, to chase underneath the turret. She's up in farm, up in kills. It's really respectable to see a Vayne doing that well, as this will be first stone, if you may, going in favor of the team that was down in gold for a while. Look at that, 3-3 in kills. 1 turret to the 1 dragon means equal global gold for 19.4 to 19.4 here. Tied up. What a close game. Again, this is the quarterfinal matchup between LEGO Master Builders and Multipurpose Team here on Summoner's Rift for NotSoStockGaming's Open Bracket Tournament. On behalf of NotSoStockGaming, I'd love to welcome you if you're just joining us, and thank you for being here. If you've joined us in the past or have been here since the beginning of today's tournament, hit that follow button, guys, if you'd love to join us for great League of Legends games and entertainment. If there's anything we can do to improve this for you guys out there, we love our esports community and want to make this the best that we can for you guys. Let us know. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Tweet us, message us on Facebook, like our page, and tell us what we can do better. You can even email us on our website, admin@notsostock.ca, and let us know if there's anything we can do to make this a better experience for you guys. Syndra shoving up this mid lane, finally ahead in CS. The early game CS numbers were in the Cougars' favor, but after a couple kills, lane dominance is definitely in the hands of this Syndra. Again, pretty much equal overall. Walking past a pink ward is this Vi. She does have Assault and Battery and Flash available. Xin Zhao coming around the backside, won't get spotted out. Uses Vault Breaker to avoid the slow from the Karma. Again, they don't have a turret to defend down here, so it's not the best to pick a fight. And this top lane, nice knock-up land by the Jarvan, but a knock-up in return starts out the ultimate from Yasuo. He gets ignited, though. He uses flash to get around the back, doesn't land the knock-up. Jarvan flashed into the rush. Who has more lifesteal? J4, so you need to take this fight straight to him. Misses the Q. Steel Tempest doesn't quite connect. Neither does the knock-up. Yeah, and there's potions in the inventory. That's a dead Yasuo for sure, unless he can play something out really well, and he does not. Soundwave, the nice 1v1 kill in the top lane. All summoners burned by all these guys and their ultimates. It was an awesome little fight up here in the top lane, but Soundwave on that J4 comes out victorious for Demacia. Nice spear! That's a kill secured in that mid lane. Nice Dark Binding lands again. The ultimate activated and Blade of the Rune King for the slow, but Relentless Pursuit removes also Flash Soul Shackles, the last silver tick. Silver Bolt Stick will actually take down Lucian. Nice Dark Binding again. These Dark Bindings are so good. I'm a support main myself, and I'm just... it's awesome to see those happen. Nice Spear lands onto Syndra after the 2 kills fall in the bottom lane. Now 4 to 6 in kills, and Dragon has respawned. That's really good timing, as Morgana and Vayne will start that up. In the top lane, again, 1v1ing up here. Static Shiv is a great power spike for Yasuo, but after that solo kill, Hydra's been completed for J4. Red team slays the dragon, which will increase their gold lead now to almost 2,000. But still, these things are really, really close. Spear doesn't quite connect. 0 steps on that Karma. Trying to secure ward coverage for her team. Oh, the Spear takes away like half her HP. Athene's Sork Boots plus a Blasting Wand means Spears are starting to get that spike where just a couple will make you return to base. Soon enough, if things don't change in favor of LEGO Master Builders, it'll be all your base are belong to us. Or Master Builders on blue team. Oh man, Dark Bindings just doing work, staving off the aggression in the mid lane. Looks like Lucian wants to rotate back down to the bottom lane to secure minions that are pushing in. Little tip for all of you that are watching: now is the best time for red team to be shoving in the mid lane. They have a blue buff on Nidalee, which means sieging is the easiest thing in the world. You've got sustain from her heals, poke from her Qs, and you've got a decent dive comp as well. Oh no, this could be a solo kill. Ignite into Unleash Power. One more tick will do it, and that is another kill going over to Benyoka. Unleash Power with the Ignite is a lot. Actually take him down. It looks like Xin Zhao goes down in the other side of the map. A Rampage and a solo kill. Yeah, you never want to 1v1 duel a Vayne that's ahead of you. Vibration picking up a nice solo kill here as he's life-stealing out the minions and solo shoving that bottom lane. Karma forced to go down bottom lane. It looks like Nidalee and Vi will be able to get that mid lane turret if nobody comes back over. Either that or they lose bottom. Oh, the max range spear stabs Karma in the back and secures a kill. Vi's really low. Summoner heal out of the Nidalee actually keeps her safe. Flashes out of Cataclysm, but she's got Ignite ticking. I don't think she'll go down to it. Still a couple hundred health remaining. But that'll be a decent secure of just overall pressure in the mid lane now that Jarvan came around. But the Dark Binding underneath the turret is a lot of damage. Soul Shackles down onto the Syndra as well. She gets stunned, but the original spear missed. Cougar form gets stunned up. Syndra looking to get something happening. She has Unleashed Power. She gets exhausted, though. That's not when you want to cast your ultimate, Syndra. Nice Dark Binding again into the pool. That's a shutdown. 500 gold. Moving over to that support Morgana. She deserves every penny of that. Looks like top lane falls in their favor as well. As Look at that. Vayne got all that damage onto that turret in the bottom lane as well. Mid lane turret falls. There's so much gold that's just gone right over to red team here. Multi-purpose gaming doing work. This knock-up won't actually land, as the black shield will try and stave off that, but the ultimate is enough physical damage to go through that shield. Be a nice kill. Actually, it was an assist from the Karma, probably from a shield right before then. But still, 6 to 11 in kills, 1 to 3 in turrets. Great spear again. 0 steps with like 0 magic resist. Bonus for magic resist, I should say. And she's going to take a lot of damage from those spears. Looks like Morgana finishes up her Frost Queen's claim. Bottom lane turret falls as well. Vayne is quite low, but she got a turret for her troubles. That's 4 turrets to 1, 11 to 6 in kills. All of the greater numbers in favor of multi-purpose gaming. 11 to 6. That's a lot. 22 minutes in here. They're up 6,000 gold. There's a ward that will see Vayne showing up there. But now that Lucian's alone with no turret behind him, has to use Relentless Pursuit and Summoner Heal. But the Vayne passive, she relentlessly hunts evildoers. Night Hunter indeed. Picking up that solo kill. Xin Zhao's here, but he doesn't have the ultimate. He has red buff for a slow, and J4 right behind him. The knack up into Cataclysm, get dunked. That's 500 gold going over to J4. Yeah, so Solo pushing that top lane again. He doesn't have teleport to quickly have map movements and join around the team. But he has decent attack speed from Static Shiv and Blade of the Ruined King, which means if nobody rotates back up here to defend this turret, he could take it. There's the Syndra. Nice stun into one more Dark Sphere. So he's just going to farm up the jungle for a little bit more gold and experience. Nice knock-up. Oh, he doesn't follow up with the ultimate. He probably could have secured a kill there if he would have known that Syndra's ultimate is down. He also has blue buff. Blue buff doesn't really do much on Yasuo, as most of his cooldowns are not CDR dependent. They're based on attack speed. It looks like finally a second turret goes over in favor of LEGO Master Builders. 8 to 12 in kills, 2 to 4 in turrets. The greater numbers both in favor of multi-purpose gaming. They've also picked up a couple dragons. Well, one dragon to each team, excuse me. Things are still pretty close. Only 5,000 gold separates these two teams. We're 23.5 minutes here into our quarterfinal matchup here on NotSoStockGaming's Open Tier Tournament. Nice spear takes off 60% of Kievo's HP on that Lucian. Oh wow, solo kills in the side lanes means red team's in full control of map pressure here. This Vayne is a monster. This reminds me of the, I wouldn't say double F mechanics, but just like the CLG play. Let Vayne split push all day, every day. Look at that. Second highest minion numbers on, or excuse me, third highest numbers on the map with the most kills. Probably highest experience as well. Let's see, she's level 14. Okay, Yasuo is 15 because he hasn't ever left. But as soon as she hits level 16 and has rank 3 ult, that's going to be a lot of 1v1 dueling potential, which means she'll have to attract the attention of at least a couple people. As 2 turrets fall in quick succession, that's 6 turrets now in favor of red side here. The early games seem to have been going over to LEGO Master Builders as they secured the first few kills. But ever since then, just the overall map movements have really been impressive here out of multi-purpose gaming. 44,000 to 36,000. Decent gold lead for red team here. Looks like Dragon is alive and ready for the taking. This will be the third dragon of the game. We'll see who can secure it. There's been a dragon for each team so far. Alrighty, 2 to 1 in dragons. Another greater number in favor of multi-purpose team. Again, really impressed by this Morgana's play. A lot of Dark Bindings connecting, and excellent timing on the Black Shields. Vayne finally recalling in that bottom lane, looking to complete Last Whisper. We'll see how that turns out. There's that Last Whisper. These are great core items for that Vayne. She's got the Furor bonus as well from her boots, which means she's got a lot of kiting potential, which is what Vayne is all about. Nice ward coverage, clearing out some wards in the mid lane to secure vision in their favor. There's a couple Blades of the Ruined King on the red side here, which means they might want to think about Baron at some point. But Vayne still solo pushing that bottom lane, and looks like Yasuo's splitting for top as well. A ward over the wall would mean nice spears. There's one placed by Morgana. Looking to things happen here. Dark Binding doesn't quite connect. Looks like Morgana took a lot of damage. The Ignite was used by that Syndra, but no Unleashed Power. Interesting choice. Oh, nice spear landing on Benyoka's Syndra there. Not quite max range, but when you have a Deathcap Void Staff and Athene's, you're going to deal a lot of damage with Nidalee's spear. Javelin toss there. A little bit of a 2v2 down here in the bottom lane, but Vayne comes out ahead. No surprise, as things kind of have gone that way in recent past. Elixir of Fortitude used here. Oh, the flash stun actually not working, but you don't want to walk right back into an Unleashed Power. Oh, silly mistake by that Vayne, not having any magic resist and being really low means she's just going to take it to the face. Great stun lands onto Vi. She's going to fall to all 5 members. One more auto attack. The W doesn't quite connect. Using the dash to get out of the way. The javelin toss to get, or the flag toss combo to get over the wall. Will they turn it? There is a shield on Yasuo, and now Primal Surge gives him a lot of HP as well. He's got crit chance. Will he go for it? Oh, yeah. Man, Karma is really, really squishy. Recalling in vision though. Shut down on the backside. Nidalee goes down. That's a 3 for 2 overall. Technically in favor of blue team. But there's an open inhibitor in that mid lane as Morgana runs for her life. Blue buff picked up by the Xin Zhao. He's got a lot of damage. Feral Flare has been nerfed repeatedly over recent patches, but it looks like he still goes for that route. He's got 11 stacks on it, plus Blade of the Ruined King, which means, yeah, definitely want to think about Baron for either of these teams. There's a pink ward in that jungle, still spotted out by no red member here. Multi-purpose gaming on red side, trying to shove in all lanes. Again, there's an open inhibitor in that mid lane as red buff does get secured by Vi. Looks like Lucian trying to get a little bit more gold so he can complete his Triforce. Again, 3 core items in the inventory of Vayne versus just the 1 core item and a few more pieces in the inventory of Lucian. Of course, Triforce being the most expensive item in the game. Now there's a 4-man push here in the mid lane. On the side of LEGO Master Builders. Yasuo solo pushing top as he has all game. They finally brought Vayne over to the mid lane. Probably for Baron control. There's a ward for each team in this pit though. They will know that the multi-purpose team has started it up. Vi's now solo tanking it. Jarvan takes his spear to the face. He doesn't have too much magic resist. No actual bonus magic resist from items. Alright, we're going to have a fight break out here really, really soon. Nice Condemn actually interrupts the flag toss combo. Soul Shackle's still only on the 1 champion as Lucian picks up that kill in the back. Looks like J4 was able to get on top of Vi. Nidalee gets to the back, throws a spear. The red buff might do enough to actually take down Karma. She does. The spear doesn't connect. That's a double kill. Yasuo wasn't in the fight. It was a 4v5 with taking extra damage from the Baron Pit. Slowed out by the spheres. A couple more Spears are being shot. Now blue buff again. As I said, it's basically free HP. Lucian turns after taking a spear to the face. W doesn't quite deal damage. Nice stun lands onto Nidalee. She takes an extra dark sphere to the face, but Ignite is on cooldown as well. Primal Surge again. Healing her out. Oh, great max range spear. Again, hitting somebody in the back as they try to get away from Nidalee. That's the inhibitor was taken as the team stopped the recalls. Lucian's now here trying to fight a Yasuo, and Yasuo has completed an Eye Edge on top of Static Shiv and Blade of the Ruined King. He's got a lot of lifesteal, kite ability, attack speed, and crit chance. Actually, he has 100% crit chance, by the way. If you have Static Shiv and Infinity Edge, that's 100% crit chance using the passive of Yasuo. Of course, your crits don't deal as much damage as other people's crits do. 100% crit chance. Uh-oh. The auto attack. You're the support, and that hurts. I feel you. Alright, they start up the Baron once again now that they have full vision coverage. As you can see, this is what blue side's vision is. Nice spear lands onto 0 steps on that Karma, which means keeping things safe. Yasuo's fighting up here in this top lane. Looks like he might be able to secure a solo kill. One more auto will do it. Lands the knockup, but doesn't actually have his ultimate off cooldown. They get Baron just as Yasuo falls. There's a shutdown onto Yasuo with an assist pool including 3 members. Xin Zhao on the run was able to go 1-for-1 overall. Jarvan falling, Yasuo falling, but there's Baron picked up by these guys here. Sultan Battery is available, and Vi is quite tanky to start a fight. Dark Binding doesn't quite connect as Lucian recalls. Super Minion in this mid lane and an open inhibitor. Are you going to really 1v1 her again? No, you've got Xin Zhao behind. Summoner heal used, plus the Blade of the Ruined King active. Still trying to kite, but takes a Q to the face from Karma, and that's magic damage she can't really drain tank through. So, well played. Just still getting a kill 1v2. Looks like Nidalee will almost give her life. Flash is out of range. The Flash auto with the red buff will actually take down Nidalee, but that's 2 inhibitors down, and minions pushing the top lane as Vi's trying to get away. That's a double kill for Xin Zhao. He's quite tanky with a decent amount of damage. Syndra's trying to stave off the push from the mid lane. Inhibitor being down. Dragon is on the table. Looks like Xin Zhao will go to start that up on his own, if not chasing Morgana. Again, I'm not a fan of that. Cool. The sound for her recall, it's just weird. Ghost Bride Morgana. Again, Xin Zhao is starting the dragon. He's relatively low. Here is a Yasuo with everything available. Oh, Xin Zhao gets the dragon, but gives his life for it. Which means red buff goes over. Buff transfer complete onto this Yasuo. He's now 6-2. Eye Edge, Randuin's, Blade of the Ruined King, and Static Shiv. I would be terrified of that champion if I was anybody but Malphite. And even then. Once he gets a last whisper, it's basically over. Blue buff is available. Again, we still have Baron on 4 members. Excuse me, 2 members. Vayne and... oh, okay, just Morgana. I am terrible at my job. Baron's still on Morgana for a little while longer. About a minute and a half. Securing this top lane push as the middle inhibitor just respawned. Those Dark Bindings have been missing recently, which is interesting because she was landing them almost all of them all game long. Kieva takes a lot of damage from just a single bushwhack trap. Nidalee starts up that mid lane inhibitor and gets a nice javelin toss landed onto... oh my... wow. Down to 100 HP just from that second spear there. Landing onto Kieva on that Lucian. Nice stun lands onto 1. But again, the spears. 0 steps down to 40% HP. Alright, in this top lane, they are pushing up on the inhibitor. The culling activated. A stun goes down onto a couple. Cataclysm locks down 3 members. But Yasuo... just so much damage from all these different guys. Vayne is alive. This is what you should be worried about. That's a double kill, and then the last auto will mean they ace. Ace for 1. It's a really good trade in their favor. And then that'll be the Nexus turrets falling, and then the Nexus soon after. Congratulations to Multi-Purpose Team. They've won their second game in a row, which will be a win, moving them on to the semifinals here on NotSoStockGaming's Amateur Tier Tournament. Alrighty, again, just double checking on those brackets so we can get our next match underway for you.